I have noticed a not so recent trend by many biblical Unitarians or non Trinitarians who place the one God or so called oneness of God above all others, so much so that it's presented as the gospel itself, the one defining mark of Christianity and your Great Commission work. This view has fractured the BU or non Trinitarian movement into various ministries with varying degrees of other beliefs. For example, you can now find Unitarian ministries who are pushing old covenant laws like Sabbath keeping and even circumcision of the flesh. You have Kingdom in Context with Sean Griffin and Ministers of the New Covenant with Matthew Jansen, who I have debated in the past, and you can find those videos on our YouTube channel. Other ministries are pushing things like amillennialism, that is the belief that there is no future millennium, or things like kingdom now, which means that the kingdom is to be understood in a spiritual sense. Therefore, we, the church, are currently building and spreading the kingdom of God, and yet other beliefs related to dispensationalism. Among these are allegiance to the king with John Truett and Spirit and Truth Fellowship with John Schoenheit. And there are non Trinitarian organizations that are more than happy to fellowship, partner, work alongside them, like Church of God General Conference or the Unitarian Christian Alliance. But the fact is that the word gospel means the glad tidings of the kingdom of God soon to be set up, and subsequently also of Jesus, the Messiah, the founder of this kingdom. Mark 1:15, according to Thayer's lexicon. The word gospel is also popularly understood and translated as the good news, and the word news is defined by the online dictionary as newly received or noteworthy information, especially about recent or important events. That is, information not previously known to someone. My point is that the gospel about the coming kingdom of God on earth is the real news biblical writers are breaking for us. In other words, the Bible never calls the fact that God is one, that is, the Father, the gospel. Paul in Romans chapter 1 says that the wrath of God is being revealed from heaven against all the godlessness and wickedness of people who suppress the truth by their wickedness, since what may be known about God is plain to them, because God has made it plain to them. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power, divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. For although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile and their foolish hearts were darkened. Paul is here perhaps echoing well-known verses like Psalm 14:1 and 53:1. Only fools say in their hearts, there is no God. They are corrupt and their actions are evil. Not one of them does good. So, knowing there's a single creator is an already known fact by even those who reject it, because if there is creation, there has to be a creator. Even the demonic world is fully aware of this fact, which once again shows that it is not breaking news. James 2:19. You believe that God is one. Good for you. Even the demons believe that. I appeal to fellow non-Trinitarians to stop elevating the one God or the so-called oneness of God above all other beliefs, because they might think this is the gospel. As I have said before, Christianity is not a single issue religion.